What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here, and we are going to go over the basics of what is on the motorcycle dash. You're used to your car and everything, but we're actually going to go talk about the kill switch. We're going to talk about the start button. We're going to talk about the turn signals, and basically go over the basics of this stuff. That way, when you go into the dealership or you go look at a motorcycle, you kind of know what buttons are what. This is a Honda Rebel 500, so some of these things will carry over to other motorcycles, but every motorcycle is pretty much different. But let's go ahead and figure this out. All right, you guys ready to just get right into it? All right, here we go. So first off, let's just look at the bike. We're sitting on the bike, and we have the bunch of stuff over here, a bunch of stuff over here. We have the key here, it could be up here. A lot of stuff that might be a little confusing. So we're actually gonna start from right side to left side. All right, so we're gonna start over here on the right. And first off, we have the throttle. Okay, so this is the typical throttle. It's usually on the right side, usually not on the left side unless you have some custom stuff, but throttle, nice and easy. It's right here on the right handlebar. You also have the front brake. The front brake is right here, and this right here applies brake pressure down there. So front brake. Sometimes you can have adjustable ones like this. This moves and is adjustable. Sometimes it's just a standard brake lever and you don't have the options to customize it. On most bikes, you have the kill switch over here. Now what that does, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the bike. What this does is that it kills the bike. It's the same thing as turning off the key. That's all that does. And the reason why it's on the right-hand side is so you can get your thumb up in an emergency situation if you have to do the kill switch, usually on the right-hand side. So right here we have a hazard light. When you push it in, what that does is it blinks your left and right turn signals to show that something might be happening, it might be broken down. Basically, you follow the rules of your road when it comes to using hazard lights. So right here we have the starter. Now, it's not gonna start unless I put the key in, so don't worry about your bike getting stolen without a key unless they do some crazy stuff, because criminals are very imaginative. So what we gotta do is turn on the key. Now it's gotta be from the off position all the way in to the on position, just like that. And now it starts. You don't wanna hold it in the whole time. You'll damage your starter. So let's go ahead and turn all that off. And that is on the right side of this right here. So that is basically the right side of the handlebars. Now you can have mirrors here, you can have mirrors on the bar end, have mirrors down here. You can have different types of mirrors. You can have a different size kill switch. You can have different everything on your bike. But that's what this is. It's a kill switch, starter, emergency lights, throttle, front brake, and then right here we have a brake reservoir which holds all the brake fluid for the front brake. Now let's go ahead and move on over to here. Section right here. We have the key down here, and what I was doing was turning it on. Simple as that, or turning it off. Some motorcycles do have an accessory part where you turn it on once and it will turn on electronics, and you can turn it on again and possibly turn on the bike. Just like a car, but mainly that's what the kill switch is for. So this right here, turned on, is the same thing as pulling the kill switch, but now it just shuts off the whole bike. We got right here is the turn signals. Let's go ahead and turn the bike on just so you can see. What you do is you turn right, turn left, and sometimes the bikes do not auto cancel. So what you have to do is actually push in, is to cancel the turn signals. My bike, specifically the Sportster, does have auto canceling turn signals, and they're in different positions. So if I'm doing this and I actually make a right-hand turn, it'll actually turn off for me. But just be sure to turn off your turn signals if you're riding. You don't want to have a turn signal going the whole time and confusing other drivers. Right here we have the brights, same thing. Brights turns on the icon up here. Brights turn here. Now we have says right here, it says pass. So when you push it, it flashes the brights. It doesn't lock it in. This locks it in. That's just a quick flash. Some bikes have it, some bikes don't. My bike doesn't have it, her bike does, and that's cool. Here's the horn. Not pretty loud. The horn is located down here next to her Guardian bell. You can actually get aftermarket horns that actually make a lot of noise. People say loud pipes save lives. Honestly, you can't hear anything after 60 miles per hour. So if you're traveling over 60 miles per hour, No one's gonna hear this until you are past them. Same thing with the loud pipes and stuff. Right here, usually this doesn't move. Some people can have different things. Some people can have, you know, if they are an amputee, there's different aftermarket options, but for 99.9% of motorcycles, this doesn't move like the Throttle does. It doesn't move like the Throttle does. This right here is your clutch lever. Now you have to pull it all the way in. You have to pull it past the friction zone to be able to shift. Shifter's down here, and you go one down, and depending on how many gears you have, you go up. It's as simple as that. Right now I'm still in neutral because I didn't pull in the shifter. We can talk about shifting, and we can talk about clutch control and friction zone in a later video. We also have another mirror. Sometimes, like I said, it could be on the bar end, it could be down here, it could be up here, it could be closer, it could be weird. Follow your local laws. In Arizona, I only need one, so on my Harley I have one down here. I don't want to have one on the right side. Now, every motorcycle is going to be different, so you're gonna have to double check every motorcycle. But one thing you can do if you've never sat on a motorcycle is just go to a dealership, sit on a bike, and look at all this stuff. Look at where everything is. Do you want the kill switch, you know, way up here, a small little button down here? Do you want turn signals? You know, my right turn signal is right here, my left turn signal is here, but on this bike, it's a little different. I have turn signals only here and starter here. So definitely take a look at that kind of stuff and make sure you actually like everything. Play with the speedometer. If you're gonna buy a bike, you wanna know what you got. But if you like this kind of stuff and you want to see more beginner tips videos, please, please, please subscribe. It's definitely going to help out the channel. Plus, on top of it, you're going to get a lot of information. So hopefully I can deliver as much as you want and as much as you need. If you have anything that you need, please write it in the comments and I'll go ahead and get to that video as quick as I can. But stay tuned for the beginner series. I'm going to be going over a ton of stuff like this. So I'll be seeing you later.